Jasmine.
And I am Naya.
Here are your announcements for Friday, February 22nd.
The volleyball team photos are after school today, starting at 3:15. Please change quickly and be ready to go.
On Tuesday, February 26th, there is a yearbook meeting after school from 3 to 4 o'clock in Mrs. Ritter's room.
Also on Tuesday, there is a volleyball girls game in Anderson Middle School. The 7th grade plays first, starting at 4:30.
On Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. at the high school is the incoming freshman orientation for 8th grade parents.
On Wednesday, February 27th, the 6th grade has a field trip to the Imagine Movie Theater in Novi to see How to Train Your Dragon 3.
There is another girls volleyball game next week on Thursday, February 28th at home versus Oak Park Middle School, starting at 4:30.
Also on Thursday, February 28th at 7 p.m. At the high school auditorium, there is a pre-festival band concert for 7th grade and 8th grade band members.
Next week, on Friday, March 1st, is the Fun Fair. The Fun Fair is from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Tickets cost $10 and you will receive 1 slice of pizza, 1 pop, and 4 raffle tickets. There will be games, an inflatable obstacle course, dancing, snow cones, an amazing raffle, and prizes and more. Hope to see you there.
We'd like to wish a very happy birthday to the following students and staff who have an upcoming birthday this week. Happy birthday to Emily, Anaya, Mr. Queentree, Jenna, Joseph, Sydney, Nevaeh, Stephen, and Miss Fierce. Happy birthday.
At this time, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, that's all for today, CMS. Now over to Kate and Michaela.
Good day, Clarenceville. Welcome back to our special edition of Today in History, where we are featuring famous African Americans.
So let's find out what happened
Today in history. That's my thing.
This week we are reviewing the lives of Bobo Brazil and Diana Ross.
Bobo Brazil was born on July 10th, 1924. He was one of the first successful African American wrestlers during times of segregation.
He was the most popular in our very own region, fighting around local Detroit.
His original ring name was Boo Boo Brazil, but after a printing mistake, Bobo stuck.
He passed away on January 20th, 1998, but will always be remembered in history as the Jackie Robinson of pro wrestling.
Woo! Maybe Bobo wasn't a name you recognized, but hopefully you know who Diana Ross is.
Diana Ross was born on March 26, 1944 in our very own Detroit.
She started off her singing career in an all-girl band called the Supremes. The Supremes. They were one of the first groups to sign with Motown Records.
She has done way too much in her career to list here, but perhaps you caught her performance on the Grammys just a week ago.
Just a week ago. You may also know her daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross, who stars as the mother on the ABC show Blackish.
That's all for this week, folks.
Now on to Jokes with Jaden.
Jokes with Jaden.
Hello, CMS. Jaden here, back with Jokes with Jaden. I'm here with my special guest, Kim Hall. Kim, tell us your joke.
What do you call a sheep without wool?
What?
A bad hair day.
Took me a while to get it, but it's okay. I mean, what is better than a talking parrot?
You know, I really do not know.
A spelling bee. You get it? Because a talking parrot and a spelling bee. Okay, if you want to be my special guest on Jokes with Jaden. Go to Miss Saunders, and see you next week, CMS.
Hi CMS, I'm Anna.
And I'm Sydney.
And this is Acting Kind.
We hope that you completed the last challenge, which was to help someone if they slip and fall or drop their things.
We hope the kindness will keep growing every week.
So this week's challenge is if you have an extra pencil and someone needs a pencil, then let them borrow your pencil.
It would be nice if you give the pencil to them to keep, and that would be very generous. Have a great weekend, CMS.
We will see you next week with a new Acting Kind challenge.
Here we are again, no need for introduction. Let's just get right into the facts. Fact numero uno. The oldest piece of chewing gum is thought to be 9,000 years old. They say even before Christopher Columbus came around, people were smacking on chewing gum. Fact number two. This fact comes all the way from Japan. In Japan, crooked teeth are considered cute and attractive. Different strokes for different folks, am I right? Fact number three. Months that start on Sunday will always have a Friday the 13th. Watch your back. This has been Random Facts with Michaela, where the puns are terrible and the facts are random. I'm Michaela, and I'll see you next time.
Rebecca Crumpler was born in 1831 and became the first female African-American physician and was also the author of A Book of Medical Discourses.
Earl Lloyd was the first All-American player at West Virginia State University. Lloyd helped lead the Syracuse Nationals to the NBA championship in 1955. He was also the first African-American basketball coach.
Malcolm X was an American Muslim minister and human rights activist. Some saw him as a courageous advocate for the rights of blacks, a man who educated white America in the harshest term for its crimes against black Americans. Others accused him of preaching racism and violence. He has been called one of the greatest and most influential African Americans in history.
Samuel Battle was the first African-American police officer when he was sworn in March 6, 1911. He was known as Big Sam, and he was the first African-American lieutenant for NYPD throughout the Harlem Riot of 1935. Molly Williams was not only the first female firefighter, she was the first African-American firefighter too. She was actually born in New York as a slave, but then she became a firefighter. Many people were upset about that, not only because she was African-American, but because she was a female.
Hello CMS, my name is Beatrice and welcome to Quote of the Week. Today's quote is from Martin Luther King Jr. "We are not makers of history, we are made by history." Happy Black History Month, and I will see you next week.
Welcome back to Movies with Mac. The first movie I'd like to review this week is The Kissing Booth. This movie is about a teenage girl who falls in love with her best friend's big brother. It's one of my favorite movies because it's really touching and it's funny. This movie was released on May 11th, 2018. It is rated TV-14. The second movie I'd like to review is Sierra Burgess is a Loser. This movie is about a young woman who lies about her identity to her crush. It's very inspiring because through the movie, she builds up her courage and self-confidence. This movie was released on August 30th, 2018. It is rated PG-13. Both of these movies can be found on Netflix for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for watching Movies with Mac. Now, over to Miriam.
Staff Spotlight!
Hello CMS staff and students, I'm your host Miriam Kiwi, and welcome back to Staff Spotlight. For this week's guest, we have choir teacher and this year's musical director/coordinator, Mrs. On. Hello Mrs. On, how's your day?
I'm good. How are you, Miriam?
I'm doing pretty good. So we have a few questions for you to answer. Are you ready?
I am ready.
First question, can you tell us a little bit about your teaching background?
I've actually taught in a lot of different places. I taught in Iowa first, then in Nevada, in Las Vegas, and then in Minnesota, and then Wisconsin, and now here in Michigan.
Interesting. So, second question. How many plays and musicals have you directed? / what do you like most about directing?
I have done a few different musicals where I've been the music director or the choreographer. This is the first time that I'm doing the coordinating of the whole entire thing. So I'm a little excited and nervous all the same time. The ones I've worked on in the past are Annie, Schoolhouse Rock, Your Good Man Charlie Brown, The Wizard of Oz, Seussical the Musical, Sound of Music. So a lot of different fun shows that hopefully I can bring that experience here.
Interesting. So, can you tell us a little bit about the musical this year?
This year we're doing the Addams Family, and it is a very fun show. It's where the Addams family, who is very unique, I would say, has to encounter a family who is normal because their daughter Wednesday has fallen in love with Lucas, who is with this normal family. And those two families come together one night for a dinner, and it becomes a very interesting evening.
Just like the Hotel Transylvania.
Yes.
Yeah. Before we go, CMS, when can we see the musical?
The Addams Family will be taking place April 26th and 27th at 7 p.m. And we hope you all can come and enjoy the show.
Yeah, make sure to come out to the high school and come watch the amazing show produced by Nissan. Now over to the Weekend Review.